Normal
I think
flash.
it'll be flash.
It is the ghost.
So that admittedly makes him a bit stronger, both in the side lane and team
Yeah,
fight.
I do like that. You just have to worry, does it get punished by Gemini on the early clear?
Yeah. Also, it is grasp.
Yeah.
It is sometimes you do see lethal, not lethal team, Conqueror. It will be grasp. So a bit tankier. But I am pretty worried here for Frank. It's Eerie on the Annie. I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think he did it yesterday as well.
He did, yeah.
So I think for this game, I mean, a lot of it depends on Frank getting ahead early. If they do get ahead, I mean, they've got a comp that does snowball pretty fantastically, but I feel like it's almost like a tough comp to snowball against too. It's not easy to snowball against champs like LeBlanc or Cassante. And I think the LeBlanc, you know, despite being the first pick in this game, is actually such a smurf pick against Fiora, right? It just feels so difficult. Could this be a map split coming out though? Looks like it might.
And that makes sense. I think you have to have your bot lane win.
Yeah. And I think Fiora also isn't, even though she's not typically a weak side champion, there isn't that much that Vi and Cassante can do to put Fiora behind.
Yeah.
And Fiora is very happy just farming as well. It doesn't really need to be accelerated. It really just needs the game itself, you know, to be accelerated. We'd like her team to be ahead. And if she can be a part of that, obviously that's nice, but not required. I want to see how much they can get done with this though. Because I think we've seen Varus historically in the PCS be a pretty useless pick, to be honest. But it's been prioritized in bans at least quite a lot. So clearly in scrims it must be working. You know, scrims obviously are much faster paced. Kenny Chan though, he actually just takes away the red and it's going to cross to top.
Wow.
So it's just going to get everything he wants here. Rest taking a lot of damage in their top lane as well. Solico, he's been doing a great job already. And Rest, he's not going to get help for a long time. And with the cross coming out from Kenny Chan, I wonder if there will be any pressure towards top. I feel like Cassante is still quite hard to dive.
Yeah, I think he probably should just be happy with clearing top, going down bot, and ensuring the safety of the Varus.
Yeah. I think for Frank, the quicker you can make this game on the bot side, the better.
Oh, Vegeta's doing pretty well in his lane. There is no potions left on Jimmy, as well as that passive down. Jimmy will be face checking into Kaiwing. Will land the chain. Oh,
I think that would have hurt.
Yeah, if that was me on the LeBlanc, it hits me.
I think I wonder as well, how much of the Varus, hold on.
Yeah,
There's no chain for Jimmy just yet.
Nice work, Pretender, giving that additional move speed to ensure the safety of this Nautilus.
I was going to say,
coming up. This should.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kaiwing, he's definitely. Oh,
okay. Nice
Hookers
buffer.
used, but it was on the wall, so low cooldown. Kenny Chan, I don't think he can enter river. What I was going to say is that I wonder how much of the Varus pick was just to kind of ensure bot priority, because oftentimes with CFO, bot priority is really important. Oh, huge trade coming out topside. Rest could be in a bit of trouble here.
Oh,
he's
stop
gone.
lands, it's first blood. Oh,
That was very
solo
nice.
kill. Making red, 5 pick. Definitely worth it
Yeah,
here.
and that's huge. I mean, look at this wave. There's no one around just yet to break it. Gemini, he is on his way topside, but Fiora getting accelerated is absolutely what this team needs. If it doesn't come from bot lane, it will have to come from top lane. And wow, top item difference now is pretty absurd. Boots and Sheen to only another Doran's item. And Rest, I think he should be able to crash this one. Does have jungler around. If Solo Kill can keep this here, it would be nice. Has the Ghost available. I think the wave is too big. Although,
they're looking for this does not work.
No, he can't get
just
dived.
finding jungle camps. It's going to start up on the Krugs. But Kenny Chan,
yeah, he will find him.
Hallowed Passage is going to come around. We'll be able to smite that away. In fact, left it on one, but did get it with that Blade of the Ruined King usage. Oh, look at that. Solo Kill getting the first blood without having to use his mobility summoner. And just look at this lane. This lane is so over.
Yeah, it's in a disastrous spot. I feel like Fiora is one of those champs where once you give it its first kill, it really quickly gets out of control.
Yeah.
At least in that 1v1. It's still a pretty long time, I think, before solo kill can look to teamfight, but you don't need to teamfight as a Fiora. If your team can remain stable enough. I'm still a little worried, you know, when he ends up coming up against Jimmian in the side lane. But at least for now, it's going to have him that winning lane over Rest. Another base forced out from Rest, and he didn't even really get any items. I think he got a refill.
Oh, hook landed. Chelsea taking a reasonable amount of damage there, but ultimately is able to... Actually, it wouldn't have frozen, but...
No, still keeps it in a decent spot, though.
Rest back to lane again, but you can see lolclips really having his way in this lane.
I wonder, will he start proxying, or is he just going to try proc the demolish? Oh, he's taking a lot of damage. I think he needs to be a little careful. He doesn't want to end up losing these. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if he goes for a base, I guess it's fine. Looks like he will. He has enough time. He got in a little bit of extra play gold there, so Gold League continues to build up in that top side. Jimian, of course, is going towards the Shiv. He's doing a good job of farming up. Bone plating is proc there, though. Now into the river.
DFO will not be happy if this is taken away from him.
I mean, this Varus is very strong early, much stronger than the Zai, at least at this point. So it does kind of take away TFO's win condition of just playing for these dragons. Might have to give up one. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kenny Chan start this. We're going to go for the scuttle first. Maybe want to secure a bit more
losing
prio.
their window.
Yeah, Bear comes out mid. Oh, Flash is traded. But Jimian's the one who's chunked out. Does have a refill still. Kenny Chan.
Bot lane still staying in their lane.
Oh, can he get here in time? Looks like he can.
Chelsea, no flash. Is channeling. Oh, no. Okay.
Ooh.
Flash will find it is the, at least the stun there. He does manage to find that route from the passive as Kenny Chan looking to find himself his first kill of the game. In fact, will. So with Chelsea going down like that, looks like red buff first and then likely attention towards the dragon for Frank. And look at top. This is so gross.
Yeah, top is not in a good spot. I wonder if they'll just skip the dragon and go red buff to Herald, because it feels like contesting top with a rest state is pretty impossible. And admittedly, Frank are getting what they need. They've got a lead now on their bot side. And of course, the Fiora is doing very well. So if they can keep this up, would be good signs for them.
Oh, Gemini, you cannot do this. I think solo kill 2v1s here if they look.
Yeah, it was only level 5 on the Vice, so really wouldn't have much. There is some honey fruit for rest, but it honestly doesn't fix his abysmal lane state.
Kaiwing's here.
Yeah.
They know where rest is.
He has
rest.
flash.
Might have to just use it. Actually, movement will manage to get him at least away from that dredge line. But coming back, looking for the all-out. We'll find it onto Kaiwing here, but is it going to get him out? At least it will for now. Does save the flash, but costs him the Zol. But now this is Rift Herald for Frank. CFO likely to go towards that dragon. It is the CFO's favorite objective.
Yeah, and I think if you're CFO, you are fine with this. Even if you have to give up the drag as well, it would be okay. I mean, you're getting gold, and I think you definitely outscale team fight. Question just comes to how well can you deal with the Fiora, and I think the LeBlanc can. But if that Fiora gets too fed, you know, maybe would be a problem. Some gold traded back there on the bot side. But it is the Herald.
Yeah, no dragon as well, so they did get a bit of gold there onto Shun as we saw a lot of minions going down to tower. Eminem definitely out of range of those. Chelsea, though.
Oh, Pretender no flash.
Pretender does not have flash. He doesn't even have a stun prepped, and he should just be going down. Is going to stun up Gemini, but ultimately it's Jimian who picks up that kill credit and getting a little bit closer towards that Shiv now.
I think that is very key, especially because he did itemize those Mercs early. Oftentimes when you're going for the Shiv, you do want to pick up Mercs versus Varus Annie, of course, but skip your Mercs early just to get it faster. That kill is going to go a long way. Especially because he is the one that will have to match the Fiora in the side lane. You'd have to think Rest clearly will be unable to. And where will this Herald go? I almost want to see it just put bot. You know, get Varus in a strong position. Another plate should go down here. So he picks up a second one. Gemini is around.
No cease and desist available though. Solo kill does have to be careful. Might have to just pop the ghost soon, you feel. Is going to stun up Rest. Does pop the ghost.
He's out.
Look how quick he is.
Yeah, very fast. Was disengaged from that. On bot side though, Shun lost his ulti. And there is still the Herald available. So wouldn't be surprised if a bot dive ends up coming out eventually. There are no ults for Frank's bot lane. But that Zaya a lot more vulnerable without her ult. And you feel like Gemini might have to just path out bot side and defend. First dragon now goes to Frank as well. I think yesterday in this matchup, by the way, Pretender did go for the rocket belt. This time looking for a chapter item. And how good is it to see solo kill succeeding on a carry?
It's very good. I mean, it's really good signs for Frank to give this guy his counter pick and to see him pick up a solo kill, what is it, level 3?
Yep.
Onto rest. So absolutely no slouch when it comes to the top lane.
And still getting good trades. A little bit of damage traded back though. I mean, now that Cassante does have that Sheen, he can do a little more damage, but maybe it's Frank's bot lane. Oh, and Eminem.
Okay, he's playing safely. I think he's aware.
I think yeah, you can clear out the wave. He has the ulti.
Wow. Really nice awareness from Eminem. It's going to be Kaiwing. Yeah, okay. Frank's bot lane, I think that's the most aware we've seen a bot lane so far.
I agree. I think most bot lanes do just walk up to the tower and kind of say, well, I'll get this wave or and die for it if need be. But the Herald
Talking about die
top.
for it at tower. Rest does get hit there by the Herald. No one... Okay, he is stunned up. He's gone unstoppable though. And it's going to be Kenny Chan now. All out does come across as Kenny Chan is just going to use that ult to get away. And pretty perfectly played there by Rest to ensure his safety.
Can't quite get the tower just yet, but you feel like it is just a matter of time, really, for the Fiora. And on bot side, Eminem, he's getting a lot of gold for himself as well. Has the Shiv, so now you can just annihilate waves. And I think having the Shiv on the team with the Fiora is also a big deal, just so you can instantly pop those mid waves. Just make it much harder for CFO to really make any progress.
Looks like Leandri's here on the Annie.
Okay, I guess just wants to be able to deal with the Cassante. Does feel like it is more likely Annie versus Cassante in the side lane as well. Solo kill now completes his Divine. Only one plate left on that top tower. I don't think he'll grab it before plates fall, but honestly might. I mean, the top item gap is pretty large. Frank could be looking on bot, but there are all sums and ults available for CFO. Feel pretty hard to gank. Maybe just hoping that if they walk up, you find something.
Kenny Chan's still sticking around. Still will not be spotted, but you do feel like CFO are just too safe here.
Yep.
Good respect, I think, this game from both bot lanes.
Well, 2 more minutes on the next drag. Definitely a slower game than I would have expected out of these two teams, but I think both teams somewhat want that. Like, there's elements of it, right? CFO, I think, definitely want to kind of just wait until team fights and then speed it up. Whereas on Frank, you know, you want the game to go fast, but you don't want the game to go fast around team fights. The more gold you can get for your Fiora on the side lane, the better. And having a dragon is nice as well, just to buy yourself more time for split pushing. It's hard for Fiora to make any headway, at least for now.
I think once plates go down, Solo Kill probably will just commit to taking the tower.
Yeah.
Rest even recalling here. He's not going to teleport back. It is going to be first blood tower to Solo Kill, and it's just more gold over to this Fiora. In fact, Rift Shield also spawning in just 40 seconds, and a lot of pressure coming up towards this top side.
Oh, that is the first tower picked up. It's pretty important. And yeah, I think Herald should be picked up probably before the next drag. I could definitely see Frank just playing for every objective right now. We're just playing the CFO style. On bot side though, Vi's looking for Pretender. And they see Kenny Chan showing mid, which is very bad for Pretender. I think he is almost guaranteed to die here.
He might just have to Tibbers the wave, but even now it's just too late. Does Tibbers onto Jimmy and finds quite a lot of damage, and the teleport coming through. Is Solo Kill going to be able to get there in time to actually make it matter? In fact, he looks like he will, and the flash from Gemini is too late. Auto attack does come through. Solo Kill finds himself yet another. In fact, actually it was Pretender who claims the credit for that one.
Okay. So it has to feel like it's better for Frank. They even up the trade while also getting themselves a Herald. Still though,
They might even get this tower.
Yeah, I think they will. There is TP from Rest, but I don't think he'll go for it.
Down.
But now comes the kind of point where LeBlanc starts matching Fiora in the side lane, and I'm not sure how much Fiora can do, because it feels like LeBlanc can kind of just one-shot the waves and kite you out forever. So I'm a little worried for solo kill now, and I kind of just want to see what he's going to do about this. Frank, can they play for this drag? I'm not sure. They need solo kill to reset, I think. He has no mana. He doesn't have TP. So I think CFO could play for this drag. There is no Vial. Oh, Eminem. He's been looked at.
Oh, Xenoblade will connect as well as that solar flare. But the good peeling, coming out of Kaiwing will mean that Chelsea is forced to flash away. Importantly, though, Varus no sums.
I think Restu's flash in there somewhere as well. I'm not too sure what happened there. Oh, maybe looking for more.
Going forward, yeah. More attention towards Kaiwing as well as chain landing on Kenny Chan. But solo kill, importantly, did get to recall and is now back with full mana.
Doesn't have Ghost.
Extremely strong, though.
I think he's building a... Does he have Tiamat?
He should do.
Yeah, I think he did have it.
Should be the Ravenous Hydra.
Now, CFO, they're the ones with this river control, but the longer they hold it, the more time solo kill has to just run down the side lane. So probably want to start this earlier, but Frank, they're okay with that. Oh, engage.
Xenoblade lands onto Pretender. He is stunned up for a long time, but at least for now, there's no follow-up damage. Oh, the cease and desist will be that follow-up damage as Gemini claims himself one, but Kenny Chan finding himself a reset. He's now the Vi. Got a lot of damage onto Rest. All out comes through, but it's onto Kaiwing. That's not the target. It's going to be another kill here. Eminem picking up the kill credit there. 2 kills for Kenny Chan, though. This Viego getting himself a nice amount of items. It should be the Dragon 2.
That was a 2-for-1 and a 4v5. Solo kill didn't show up until that fight was already over. He only did, well, he did 0 damage in the fight. So the fact that this, this was something that CFO opted into and ended up losing out on it. And I think engaging on a Pretender, I'm not sure how good it is, because he's hard to kill, and he already got his combo off, right? Like, after you kill him, he's already done the damage, already got the tippers down, and it feels like it just wasn't really worth it. And for a pure 4v5, I mean, solo kill, no damage done in the fight, against the comp that should out-team fight you. That's a huge win for Frank.
Yeah, I think one thing that I didn't notice during that fight until watching the replay was that initiation came on and everything landed on Pretender. But in between that, Kaiwing landed a hook and a root there onto Shun, who was in range to auto-attack Pretender, but just couldn't because of the CC. And I think that was possibly a massive difference. Stun will land there. You don't think you have the damage, but it is a good chunk. And see how much damage they can get done to this tower. With solo kill and his demolish, it should almost be going down.
Yeah, I think it's gone. And Frank, they might look for some more after.
Oh yeah, hook lands, but unstoppable goes the Kazande.
This is super good for Frank, though. More gold picked up. Now, it is going to be traded on top side, I think. The TPs aren't quite up yet for Frank. Jimmy, and he's going to be getting to work on that top tower. I think it will end up falling, probably on this wave. And LeBlanc, patiently kind of scaling up, especially with this LeBlanc build. You kind of need that 2, maybe even 3 items before you fully come online, but 2 items already completed for Fiora. Look at the gold. It's those 2 solo laners that are going to be going up against each other in the side lanes that are really accelerated. Rest down 3,000 gold.
I want to ask you something, Shot.
What's that?
Is Frank back?
We are so back.
It looks like at least solo kill's back. But this is so good, I think, for Frank. I mean,
look at the mid CS though.
Yeah,
Shiv is printing.
I think the good thing here is that Pretender is Annie. Cleanse comes through, Chain of Corruption goes wide, but Kenny Chan still getting pretty aggressive. This is going to be the teleport in. Kaiwing should be going down, but Pretender finds a nice stun there onto Chelsea. They're going to be able to get 1 reset. It's a 1-for-1 with both supports going down. But Kenny Chan running forward is going to be using their Heartbreaker. Stun lands onto Jimmy, and he's so low. Eminem does not hit the auto, but Pretender will be able to find that.
Can they Baron?
It's up in 4 seconds. They can. There's so much damage that can come through between, all of these members, yeah.
And if they can get Baron for this Fiora, it would be so big. Yeah. Frank, once again, it feels like they actually just out-executed in the team fight, right? I think that could be another team fight for CFO to win, but just didn't play well enough. I think they will have to walk away from this now. I think it took too long to start it up, although
solo kill wasn't convinced.
Yeah. Well, they walk away from it, but Frank, it's looking like their game. And despite being so far behind in the mid lane, Pretender, he finds a really good engage. I think LeBlanc isn't really being used. She's not matching the Fiora in the side lane, and she's not able to find the poke before the team fight. See here, very forced engage on Eminem. They feel like they have to do this because of the split push coming out. But if no poke is landed by LeBlanc before the fight, she's not really that useful. And they get so much used onto Kaiwing, who even if he dies, it doesn't matter. I really question the CFO teamfight execution because it feels... I think they're forcing this upon themselves when they can just have LeBlanc match in the side and just play out a 4v4.
Yeah, and Jimmy being way too aggressive there. Doesn't manage to get the distortion off until after Pretender finds the engage. And we see another fight starting out as a cease and desist, but again, it's on Kaiwing, who will be able to flash away. Solo kill is trying to teleport in. It's already one found. Chelsea going down. That's a reset again for Kenny Chan. Does have the Heartbreaker available as well as Flash. Is he going to commit it? Flash Xenoblade. Does not find Shun, but the hook will force out the Flash. Shun really getting so close to death there. But with Chelsea going down, it looks like Frank turning their attention to at least vision control of the upper side river.
I wonder, are they going to start this up? They could force CFO to come to them. Shun did recall for his Navori.
And rest.
But that does mean that he's pretty far away. There's not the Flash either. Pretender and Kaiwing, the two engages, they're ready for this.
Yeah, looks like a fight maybe on our hands. Now Gemini, 3 steals already, but it's going to be an immediate turnaround onto Rest, who goes down so quickly. And now Solo Kill will be marking this Vi. Can't find her. In fact, Jimmy playing around vision so well. Dodges completely out of Solo Kill. And the Baron is so low, it's actually a kill found already for Shun. Is Eminem going to be found by Gemini? It's going to be Pretender who finds the Baron, and in the meantime, Solo Kill finding himself a double. Eminem has somehow survived, in fact, took out Gemini somewhere in that fight. Solo Kill should be finding Jimmy. Shouldn't have the speed, even though he is Fiora, to find the kill. But Baron secured by Pretender. I don't know how Eminem on such low health found the kill there onto Gemini.
I think Gemini flashed into the pit to try steal it.
Right, okay.
But I think he was slightly too late. Oh, Jimian gives him a little tap on the way out. Should be too hard to catch the LeBlanc, you'd think, but actually pretty fast here as a VA.
Oh, so
very close. But stopping Jimian's recall for that long means I think they just get the third drag as well. Let's take a look. I mean, Rest taken out very early. He's just so squishy because of how far behind he is. Let's take a look on the top, though, because I think Gemini must have left Eminem on very low health and then went in a bit too late.
This was really smart by Gemini.
Yeah. I think this was actually looking pretty good for CFO. I think it might have come... Yeah, Gemini, he leaves Eminem very low and then, he flashes in just slightly too late, just to his death.
Actually just gets quick scoped.
This is looking so good for Frank now. They have such a monumental lead. Feels like it has to be up to Jimmy to carry. But to be honest, CFO, they're not really playing around the LeBlanc at all. They're just not really using it. They need to get some poke landed. I mean, there's not much lifesteal other than the Fiora. If you can now look to get poke onto Eminem before a fight starts, it could be good, but I haven't seen it once. Hullbreaker now on Fiora.
Yeah, Solo Kill now. I don't think he's too concerned with anyone's damage when he's alone in that side lane. I think even Jimian is going to struggle to make any meaningful damage.
Yeah. You can probably clear out the waves, but definitely
not with Baron.
Don't think much is going to happen. I mean, even with Baron, I think he might. Shiv's pretty broken. But now, Rest.
Oh, hook lands onto Rest.
It's chunked a bit. I think Pretender could just drop Tibbers and force them off it, honestly.
Arrow Mist might also do the same. It is slowly this cannon minion chipping away at this top lane tower. Meanwhile, the same thing happening mid. Solo Kill will be finding himself that tower. Kenny Chan coming around, might have the angle. Just claiming themselves another tower. Now, do they stay? They are still full, and Eminem barely happy with his mana situation.
This is the last wave of Baron, though. I don't think they can get much done with it. Maybe if they could find a hook right now. I mean, he's kind of fiending for it.
Will find the hook. Rest.
Another Chains of Corruption did go
in.
wide.
Yeah, and I think with that, it should just be recalls coming through. But as Frank, you're fine. 3 minutes. It will be that Soul. As well as 3 minutes, it will be the next Baron. So you do have pick of the litter as Team Frank here.
Definitely. And it feels like top lane just so strong now. I think it's probably too late for Jimmy really to do much in that side lane. I mean, you can just clear out these waves, of course. But I don't think you can make any sort of play onto Fiora anymore. It's just way too strong. Shun has been quietly getting some pretty strong items for himself. Eminem even grabbed himself a Zonya. I guess while he doesn't have Flash, just wants a little bit of safety against that Vial.
I think that's really smart.
Yeah, I like this.
I don't think you need the damage that much. It looks like, honestly, Kenny Chan, between Kenny Chan, Pretender, and Eminem, you're not that strapped for damage. And solo kill if he's there, obviously.
Jimmy does have his Lich Bane now, and Jimmy's almost 100 CS up over Pretender. Despite that, I think Pretender's damage is honestly pretty on par, just because LeBlanc needs to poke several times. But another fight starts.
And Chelsea, once again, the support's going at it. Solar Flare will go wide, but it's solo kill. Look at the chunk. That's one. Is he going to find the second? They will. That's a two. And the channel comes through. It's going to be that dredge line. Should be locking up Gemini, who does go down in solo kill now. Should be able to just jump over this base and be an absolute menace. Ghost has been popped. Jimmy does do no damage to solo kill. Ooh, the stun almost connecting, but 3 members down here for CFO. There is a lot of wave clear, but there's also a lot of damage, and this will be at least one tower going down. It will be the inhib. We see the wave crashing bot as Jimmy has to get there to try and answer with the wave clear, but with how aggressive Frank are positioning, there's no realistic way. In fact, the Shiv proc does not hit those minions, and that's 2 inhibs now for Frank. 1 minute until the potential Soul all Baron. You do feel like they can just go for Baron and end.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard for the side of CFO to contest. It's now 2 Flame Horizons in this game.
Yeah.
In the mid and top lane, which is crazy.
And which one are you preferring? Because I know which one I'm preferring.
I think solo kill. I have to prefer him right now.
Absolutely. Eminem,
1,000 assists is
one
ADC.
of the greatest supports in the league.
Sure.
As
Surprised
you
to
can
have that
tell,
for ADCs.
3-1 and 9 scoreline. Actually has more assists than Kailing. But that's just because every fight, Xiaoxi and Kailing just go down immediately.
True. Okay, now looking at Jimmy. Can he land some poke before the fight starts? Not
Yes,
much.
is it meaningful? No. Here comes a lot of damage. It's Shun. He's just caught. He does have his ult up, but he's down, and that's the second one found. Jimmy trying to find damage, but Kenny-chan flashing over the wall. Now all they have to do is zone out Jimmy and not let him recall, and this should be the game. There are no inhibs. Gemini is distracting for a long time. Jimmy should be able to get back there. Not sure if he can deal with the minions so much as Gemini kind of getting brazy with it.
Yep.
Should likely go down eventually, but not before wasting so much time. And he might have just bought his team another lifeline. In fact, almost certainly he has.
Yeah. Still though, the Dragon and the Baron are up, and with the Jungler dead, it feels like both of these might end up going over to Frank.
Yeah.
They do give themselves one more team fight though. And are they going to go for both? I think they can.
Definitely feels like they can.
Maybe LeBlanc could steal this though.
Yeah, it does have a better execute range than the Fiora will. Kaiwing trying to guard it though.
It's going to be a little difficult, I think,
Yeah.
for Solo Kill to secure that. I think LeBlanc just gets this. She
I
needs to
think
dash back
so
in QE.
too.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Messes it up.
Okay.
It is Solo Kill who gets that. Pretender teleports in, but unnecessary. But yeah, Baron and Soul now picked up for Frank. And if you aren't able to close here,
I believe this was a couple fights ago.
yeah.
But an important fight nonetheless. And I think if Jimmy can't land any poke, I mean, look at this Pretender play, right? Like, it feels like despite the LeBlanc being so far ahead, all that's happening is CFO are just running at them, right? And then getting counter-engaged on, which feels just such a waste of the LeBlanc pick. And remember, this is your first pick. So this is saying that, yeah, this champ is really strong and we know how to play around it, but clearly they don't, or at least they're not willing to. And it's cost them a lot in this game. I mean, Jimmy's individual performance is great, but the team as a whole around it, LeBlanc is not a champion, at least with this build, that you can just slot in and always be useful with.
No, absolutely not. And solo kill pushing out this mid wave as the rest of the team barrels down the top lane. Bunch of channeled flashes. It is going to be, first of all, Gemini going in. He's looking to try and find Pretender, but won't be able to. And now that's just your jungler dead. You're corralled in the corner. Pretender almost one-shots the Xayah. In fact, Shun pulling off some heroics to find one back, but does eventually go down. Is going to be picked up there by Eminem, but with 4 members down and only rest left alive. It is Frank really saluting or stabilizing themselves in this 4th week. It's looking really good. Frank, very, very clean game off the back of solo kill.
Definitely, and I'm really glad, I think, that Frank won that